All right. Well, welcome back. As I stated before, I'm going to show you how you can solve this with your calculator, how to solve a problem like this. Because whenever you have problems, this is the one thing, is there's a time and place for a calculator. Now, this problem, you do not need a calculator for. And all the problems that I'm going to do, and I put them as my examples, you don't need calculators. However, there is a time and place for a calculator, and sometimes it's good to demonstrate how we can solve these without a calculator by understanding how to solve them with, all right? So with that, why would you use a calculator? Well, how do you know what to do? Now, the key thing is when you use your calculator, all right, you have to understand that you use a calculator, and to do this, we're going to use our y equals, because essentially when we find solutions on an interval, we actually are finding, also known when we use a calculator, the intersection of two different equations. So if I had y equals 2 sine of 2x, and I had y equals 2 plus cosine of x, and I want to figure out, all right, where do these intersect? What are the solutions, all right, of these two problems, okay, of this system? Let's say this was a system, all right, of equations. All right, I want to find the solutions to the system. Well, to find the solution of the system, essentially we're finding the intersection values. All right, we're finding the intersections of these two equations. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and I'm going to make this a little smaller over here. Oops, let's get rid of that one. All right, and I'm going to take this, and now over here, okay, oh, I'm sorry. See, this is I'm going to take this, I'm going to create my calculator. So if you have your TI-84 or whatever you have, all right, you can go to y equals. Okay, I have something already in there. All right, you got to clear that. All right, now, what we're going to do is make sure your mode is in radians, because we're going to do it in radians. Okay, so make sure you go down. All right, press in radians, press enter. Okay, and now we're going to go to our y equals, and we're going to go and put in 2, and we're going to go sine of x, and in order to get that squared, we're going to sine of x, that quantity, and we're going to square it, right? Now, when I close parentheses right here, what this means is I'm going to take the sine of x squared. Now, if you're not sure that you want to do all that, all right, make sure you insert. All right, probably should do this properly. All right, and you can square this. Now, right here, this is the easiest way. There are other ways of solving problems like this, but when you have an equation like this, generally the fastest, most efficient way of doing it is setting the system together. So take this side, and then in your other side, all right, we're going to say we're 2, all right, plus cosine of x, all right, where those two are going to intersect. And I want to show you another way, because you might say, well, Mr. Gutschak, why can't we use the bottom part right here? Well, we can, and I'm going to show you how to do that in 1 second, why this makes sense. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to change our window. Okay, I have an x min of -5, and I have x max of 5. Well, I'm going to change this because I'm only looking values between 0 and 2 pi. All right, if you recall, I'm looking for value between 0 and 2 pi. So I'm going to go a little bit past that. I'm going to go to second. I'm going to go pi over 2. All right, pi over 2. All right, and I'm going to go just past 2 pi. So let's go to 3 pi. All right, let's go to 3 pi. All right, now, from, actually, no, let's just go to 2 pi. I think we'll be fine. All right, let's just go to 2 pi. All right, so from 0 to 2 pi. All right, our scale, I'm going to change our scale. I want our scale to be, let's go pi divided by, so let's go by 12s. Okay, pi divided by 12. Usually that's a good scale to go. All right, go pi divided by 12. All right, y min and y max, -5 and 5. That would probably be okay, but if we're not sure, we can go -10. All right, because remember, sine only goes up to 1 and -1, or down to -1. So we probably would be fine here, but just for whatever's sake, we'll go like this. All right, we'll go right here. Our y scale will be 1s, and we'll graph this. Okay, now we're graphing this. This is our squared function. All right, 2 sine squared. We have this right there. All right, and then here comes our next function. This is 2 plus cosine. All right, 2 plus cosine. And what we have here is you can see that we have an intersection here. So remember, we're only from 0 to 2 pi. So from here and all the way to the end, so you can see we have an intersection here, 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 and there. Okay, those are our 2 intersections, or there are 4 intersections. So I'm going to find out what those values are. So if you go to second, All right, I'm going to go to trace because you see this little calculate button there. So I can trace, and we're going to go down to intersection. We're going to press 5. And now it's asking us to find our first curve. Well, our first curve, it tells you what your first curve is up here. All right, we're going to go over here. And what you have to do is move your cursor, all right, close to the value you want. And that value is going to be right about there. Okay. And hopefully my calculator will not go crazy. All right, there we go. Press enter. And now we're going to go to the second curve. Go close to your intersection point. And you press enter. And it's going to guess, and I'm just going to press enter again. And there's our intersection. So our intersection is at 1.571. 1.571. And we can write that over here, just so we remember that. All right. What we got? And my intersection is going to be, all right, x is going to be, x equals 1.571. All right, now I'm guessing that is the same thing as pi divided by 2. Well, we'll find that out in just a little bit. Let's just find our intersection. So notice we have to find it for every single value. Yes, every single value. So right here, okay, I'm going to move this over again. And now we're going to do this again. We're going to go second, trace, go to 5. We're going to find that intersection. Now, I have to move my cursor. So you have to move your cursor close to that other intersection point. All right there. And you press enter. Press enter again, second curve, and you get your guess. And now it's going to say 2.094. All right, so we're going to put that in there. All right. X is going to equal, move this down a little bit. X is going to equal also 2.094. Okay, I'm guessing that's probably going to be, all right, well, what do you think? Well, if you go in order, 90, that's probably going to be 120 degrees, 120 degrees. All right, well, that's going to be 2 times pi, which is 3.149, divided by 3, which is going to be 2.094. All right, let's go find all of them. So once again, we have to do that again. Go to 5, and now we have to move our cursor. Now, mine is a lot slower than yours, okay? And just to kind of do this, all right, and as you get closer, you have to go all the way over there. All right, and my computer is a little slow too, but I think you get the idea of how to do this. All right, and I think I'm pretty close enough. I'm going to press enter now. Press in curve, right, enter there, and it should go next to the one that we want. Yes, there it is. All right, so I'm going to go over here. X is going to equal. Oops, thing working. All right, it's going to work for me here. All right, X is going to equal. Maybe not. Oh no! Oh no! Bad computerness. Might have to take a pause. All right. Well, in any case, it's not working out, so I'm going to kind of wrap this up. My computer's going down, and I don't feel like doing this. These videos are long, and I don't feel like doing it over again. So, and I think you probably can understand. So we're going to just click these answers real quick. All right. Remember 4.189. All right. So, and I'm going to just check out what these values are right there. So if you go, so you can quit out of here. All right, we're going to clear. I'm going to clear all this stuff, and now I'm going to just take, and we're going to take pi divided by 2. Now I'm hoping pi divided by 2 is going to be 1.57. What do you know? There it is. All right, and then we have another one which is 2 pi divided by 2. So if I go second, oh, sorry, probably I'll go second. Undo that. All right, so we go 2. All right, then go pi divided by, all right, what is that? 3, all right, divided by 3, and that's going to give us 2. Yes, and if you remember, it's 4.188, something like that was our other one. Well, what's the next value? It's probably going to be this right here, all right, 4 pi over 3. So we're going to go 4 pi divided by 3. If you have that, what do you know? 4.188. And I bet if you found the other one, if you took the time, went back and used your calculator to find that fourth one, all right, from 0 to 2 pi. All right, you would have 3 pi divided by 2, and what you have right there is going to be 4.7123. All right, so I hope this helps you out. How to use your calculator, because I know these are a lot of questions students have, and sometimes their teachers don't show them how to use a calculator, but this is the most efficient way. If you just solve the system, all right, solve the system, all right, of equations, all right, by going through and actually making this equation as this and that, and solve it that way. That is the easiest way of doing it. All right. You can also find the zeros, and I said I was going to do it, but I'm running out of time, and this is a really long video right now, so I don't know if I'm going to show you how to do this, but you can also take this equation right here, all right, and find the zeros of where those would be, and I can show you right now. It's already long. Why not just finish it up? All right, so if you go back to y equals, and let's just show you where those intersections would be. If you go down here, and you actually type in 2, all right, quantity, we're going to go sine of x, all right, quantity, we're going to square it, remember that, and we're going to go minus 2, all right, minus cosine. Now, when we set it equal to 0, and we graph this, all right, what we're looking for is, we're looking for a different value. So right here, where are zeros? We're going to look for zeros because it's equal to 0. Notice I have a 0 there, I have a 0 there, I have a 0 there, and I have a 0 right there. Okay, and you notice that each one of these zeros is associated right there with one of those. So if I go over here, and if you're wondering how to do this, go second calculate again. All right, you go down to 0. A 0 is an x-intercept, and now I have to change. I'm looking for this 0, correct? All right, so where's my first one? I'll go over here because we're looking for pi over 2. But that first one's going to be pi over 2. So you have to go to where you have a negative value, because you need to find a 0 where it changes from negative, and then you're going to go find where the next one is going to be positive. So right there will be our 0. All right, press enter somewhere in that interval, and what do you know? 1.57. And if you did that for all the other ones, so if you go over here, so you can calculate, and to find the 0, all right, once again, if you want to change it right there, and now I'm going to go to the other one. Now notice, how do you know where the 0 is? Well, you want to go from positive to negative. Look at your y values. So as I trace down here, I have a positive value, it's getting smaller. All right, I'm going to press enter because it's going to go to negative pretty soon. All right, and when you see it go to negative, oh, there's a negative, press enter. So now I know there's 0 because it went from positive value over here as it went through. It's going to be between those two values. Press enter, and guess what I'm going to get? Yep, 2.0943, just like we had before. Okay, so 2 different ways, and you can go to that and find the 0 there and there. 2 different ways of using your calculator to help you find solutions of a trigonometric equation. Actually, any equation. This calls for logs, exponentials, anything, and that's how you can use your calculator fast and efficiently to find those solutions. All right, so I hope this helps you out. And how to use your calculator to solve these systems of trigonometric equations. Yeah, well, good luck and God bless on the rest of your problems.